Another movie we got to watch recently, and Khadija and I got to watch this because it's on Peacock now. James, is Abigail.
Yep, Abigail. It came out during the summertime.
It did. Did you get to see it?
Yep, saw it like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, damn.
I don't see it 4 times, but I did see it a couple of times. So
did you like it that much, or?
Yeah, I liked it. It was a pretty good movie. You know, the little girl who played the vampire. I wish they would have never shown that in the trailer, because I feel like if they wouldn't have shown that in the trailer, it would have been a good surprise to have.
Yeah, you're right. The twist would have been better without knowing.
The twist would have been a lot better.
Because, you know, I mean, you're kind of expecting it, so you're just like, all right, when does she reveal herself? Like, can we let's get to the meat and potatoes of the movie? Versus, it could have started one way, and then, oh, she's a vampire. Didn't see that coming. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. I thought Dan Stevens was great. He played like the bad guy, bad cop. The young lady that was in Scream, she was in this movie as well. She's becoming like kind of a Scream girl now, the horror girl now. And the same guys that did this movie are the same guys that did Ready or Not.
Oh,
of course you're gonna see blood splatter all over the place because they use blood in a very unique, profound way. Where blood doesn't just when you stab somebody, you don't just bleed out, you bust. Like
you explode. Yeah, the vampire. You explode.
And that's the same thing they did in Ready or Not. So that was funny. That was funny. This is another good one for them. Like I said, I really enjoyed the film.
You're right. It was. I really enjoyed it a lot. I made the comment to Khadija when we were watching it, because there's a good portion where she, like, the little girl's just chasing these people around the mansion, and I was just like, I love how they're just a bunch of bumbling idiots, and she's just toying with them. Yeah, like she's just messing with them the whole time, because like she could kill these people at any moment, and she's just, of course, having fun. The only thing I didn't really care for, and this is kind of like a minor spoiler alert, I suppose.
This is an on-the-go spoiler alert. You have now been alerted.
One of the guys becomes a vampire, and then he becomes the villain of the movie?
Yep, Dan Stevens, yep.
Yeah, there you go, Dan Stevens. Like, I didn't quite care for that, because I would have just preferred them trying to fight off this little girl, or maybe even if the little girl wins. I don't know. I just, the last minute switch to like, oh, this guy's the real bad guy.
Well, to be fair, Dan Stevens was kind of the douchebag of the whole movie.
He was.
So you kind of saw it coming. It's like, okay, somehow, some way, he's going to turn into something.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, his eventual twist, like, obviously, like, yeah, of course he's going to become a vampire. Like, if you give him the choice, you know?
Because he was very douchebaggy.
Oh, yeah. For sure. But, no, I enjoyed the movie a lot. I think it was really fun. And, you know, I don't know how well it did in the box office or how long it lasted in the box office, because honestly, movies aren't lasting in the box office anymore.
Well, they don't last so long because you have so many movies that come out run one after another, so you don't have so much room to, you know, give these movies. It's only so much time you can give a movie shelf life. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just saw, like, I think a couple weeks ago now is like The Crow is already coming on streaming.
Oh yeah,
and it had just come out like 3 weeks before then. You know, they don't.
But also too, that was a bad movie.
You're right. It's also a money thing, because it's also a money thing because they rent the screens of the theaters. Like there's a screen renting fee, and so if they're not making the money back to rent the movie theater screens, they're not. Why keep it in there?
Yeah, you gotta take them out. And like I said, that movie is terrible beyond belief. I can definitely see why that movie was not highly regarded from. Skarsgård, Bill Skarsgård, he didn't even talk about it. He didn't even talk about it. I think the only person that promoted was FK Twigs. She's the only one that really promoted that film. No one else promoted that film.
Damn,
it was just a bad film.
Yeah. Well, that's a good lesson, and maybe if the sequel is hard to make, just don't make it. You know, because they've been trying to make a sequel to it for a while, or not even a sequel, but a reboot for a while. That's all we have for today. Thank you for listening, and if you would like to join the conversation, you can email us at onthegopod2023@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at On The Go with Jacob and James. You can find James on Instagram at
James9794.
You can find me on Instagram at jacobdantone.audio. I'm on the go. James is on the go. We're all on the go.